Before the story begins, if you've ever loved someone and felt that quiet fear of losing them, please subscribe to the channel. These stories are told for people who've lived real emotions. And when this ends, share your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. She didn't cry when she said it. That's what shattered me the most. We were sitting at the kitchen table, the same one where we'd eaten pancakes every Sunday for years. Her coffee was already cold. Mine was untouched. She took a breath and said, "I want to be with another man. And if it doesn't work out, I'll come back." I remember staring at the crack in the wall behind her head, the one I'd promised to fix 3 summers ago. My ears rang. I waited for the punchline, the clarification, anything that would turn those words into something else. Nothing came. Just silence. And her eyes steady, almost relieved. The signs had been there long before that moment. I just didn't want to read them. It started with distance that felt explainable. Late work nights. Phone calls taken outside. Smiling at messages she wouldn't share. Then quickly turning the screen down when I walked by. When I asked who it was, she'd say, "Just a friend from work." Like it was the most harmless thing in the world. I believed her. Or maybe I needed to. I told myself marriages go through phases. That love isn't always loud. That I was being paranoid. But the missed calls piled up. I'd call her during my lunch break and get voicemail. She'd text back an hour later. "Sorry, meetings all day." Except I knew her job. I knew her schedule. The math stopped adding up. One night, she came home smiling in a way I hadn't seen in months. Not tired smiling. Not polite smiling. Alive smiling. That smile wasn't for me. I lay awake beside her that night, listening to her breathe, wondering when she'd last looked at me the same way she looked at her phone. The truth didn't explode into my life. It leaked. An unfamiliar name popped up on our shared tablet. One we barely used anymore. A message preview glowed on the screen. "I miss you already." My stomach dropped, but my hands were calm as I opened it. Message after message. Nothing graphic. Nothing dramatic. Just intimacy. Plans. Complaints about me. Jokes I didn't understand. A version of her I wasn't invited into anymore. I closed the tablet and sat there for a long time, feeling like I walked into my own house and found the furniture rearranged. When I finally confronted her, she didn't deny it. She sighed, rubbed her temples, and said, "I didn't plan for this." That sentence followed everything she said afterward. She didn't plan to fall for him. She didn't plan to hurt me. She didn't plan for things to get complicated. But she had planned to keep me as a backup. That night at the kitchen table, when she told me she wanted to try life with another man, she spoke like she was negotiating a lease. "I just need to know," she said. "What if this is real? What if I've been settling?" I asked her where that left me. She hesitated, then said it. The words that still echo in my head. "If it doesn't work out, I'll come back. We've built too much to throw away." Built too much. Like I was a storage unit for her mistakes. Like love was something you could pause and resume. I felt anger rise, but beneath it was something worse, grief. Because part of me still loved her. Still wanted to fight. Still remembered the girl who used to fall asleep on my chest during movies. I asked her if she loved him. She said, "I don't know yet." That was my answer. The days that followed were slow and brutal. Every memory felt poisoned. Our wedding photos. The road trips. The inside jokes. I kept wondering which moments were real and which ones were already halfway gone. She packed a bag. Not all of it. Just enough to leave the door open. Before she walked out, she turned and said, "I hope you understand." I didn't. But I nodded anyway. The turning point didn't come with shouting or slammed doors. It came 3 weeks later, when she texted me like nothing had changed. "Hey, hope you're okay." I stared at the screen and realized something had shifted inside me. I wasn't waiting anymore. When she eventually called, crying this time, saying things were complicated, saying she missed me, I listened quietly. Then I said, "I'm not your fallback plan." She tried to explain, to apologize, to rewrite the story. But trust doesn't come back on command. Love doesn't survive being treated like an option. I told her I wished her well, and meant it, but that I was choosing myself. When the call ended, the apartment felt empty and peaceful, both at once. Healing didn't happen overnight. Some mornings still hurt. Some songs still sting. But slowly I started recognizing myself again. The man who knows his worth. The man who won't beg to be chosen. If you're listening to this and someone has asked you to wait while they explore someone else, please hear me. You are not a placeholder. You are not a safety net. And real love doesn't come with a return policy.